Hi, it's Stephen Phillips from Ginfo, and welcome to our newest clip, which features Matt Donahue and Nichole Spell from Dow Jones. Now, stay tuned if you want to learn a little bit more about how Dow Jones is using AI to augment the capabilities of its Factiva platform. This is actually taken from a full-scale webinar that we've just launched over at ginfo.com. So if you want to get the whole story, please do go over there and look out for the webinar. If you find this video useful, please do click like, share, and ring the bell to subscribe. And now I'm going to hand over to Matt and to Nichole to tell us about what's been going on. What is the vision for AI at Dow Jones these days? I mean, can you give us a kind of a big picture overview of that and your direction of travel?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think it's multi-tiered. So Dow Jones, as everyone here knows, is first and foremost a media company. We have a very strong B2B unit, which Nichole and I are part of, that houses our risk and compliance and Factiva business divisions, as well as the Dow Jones Newswires group. But there's a lot that AI and specifically generative AI can do for a company like Dow Jones, from the newsroom editorial capabilities. That's something that those teams are exploring. In practice, we are going out to all of our publishers that we have licensing agreements with. Some publishers have multiple sources that they produce, right? Gannett, for example, they own over 450 news outlets in the US. And, we are doing our due diligence and going out and meeting with them and discussing how the technology works. We're using the retrieval style model, RAG, as retrieval, augmentation, and generation, explaining to some publishers how that works, right? Some of them are at various stages. Gannett, obviously, well learned in that and how that technology works, but using them as an example, helping them understand the commercials around royalties. We're very clear that we are treating machine usage by generative AI systems as equal to a human usage moment, right? Those royalty moments. So our approach is to converge capabilities. So what does that mean? It's a great word, but what does it actually mean in practice? So our intent is to bring that advanced Boolean search into the new Factiva experience. You can actually write Boolean queries in the new Factiva search experience. It doesn't have the Boolean search assistant available there at this time, but that's something we're evaluating bringing across. But it's really important to us to still deliver on those, what internally we call like highly precise searching. There's sort of, you can write searches in Factiva that go for precision or go for volume, right? Like I don't really know what I'm looking for, so I want to sort of cast a wide net. Or I really know exactly what I'm looking for, and the search interface allows you to do that. So that is part of a roadmap to bring that advanced search over to the new experience. It's actually in there, but it's not very obvious to people that it is.
And so, to what extent are you thinking about user education, colleague, helping people to get the most from these tools? Maybe not the people that we're talking to today, the information managers, because frankly, a good reference interview is almost like a good input into these tools. But for end users who are not familiar with using the tools in these ways, does feel to me like there's more of a burden on them to learn how to use them better.
Yeah, I mean, education, upskilling, reskilling is incredibly important. I think, and a big part of that is trust, right? So if customers, if users aren't utilizing the tools and the technology that's available to them, there's no ROI. So, we from a Factiva standpoint, as we release new features and new functionality, we will continue to support our users and make sure that they have the training that they need. And then when we think about our feed and API solutions, which I know we haven't that much about, but those audiences are a bit more advanced, but their end users, also can benefit from training. And so we work really closely with our knowledge managers. They are kind of near and dear to us at Factiva. And so, we are glad to support them through that journey as well.
Thank you very much to Matt and Nichole for coming here today to talk with us really about what's going on with Factiva and the smart summary developments and everything about AI. Really appreciate your transparency and visibility. Very interestingly, with all of the suppliers we're talking to this point, and going forward, trust is a big word. So it's really interesting that you've mentioned that, and I think that that's something that we should all kind of bear in mind. I think moving forward, we do need high levels of trust as we go forward with this on this journey.